What's going on, everybody? Back again for another video. Big C 90210 here, obviously, and we've got Slaanhatten in the house.
Hello.
Slaan from Slaanhatten.
Nice Slaanhatten.
So we've got the whole city in the house. Yeah, it's a bit of a premonition actually, because we really do have the newest Slaanhatten in the house. So we've got a bunch of stuff to show you tonight. As you can see, we have the Keep Calm and Prepare to Die edition.
Yeah, the new Prepare to Die section for Slaanhatten.
Yeah, so it's the latest and greatest edition. It can be found on the Northern Land website. We are gonna tart this site up and make it look sexy. It's on my to-do list, but I'm too busy playing Slaanhatten.
I was going to say it's been a while since we've had a proper playthrough
Exactly.
on the server.
We've got a real PvP playthrough going on at the minute. All hell's breaking loose, and our job as server admins is getting fucking tricky. But anyway, we'll come to that in a bit. So yeah, let's talk about the latest version of Slaanhatten.
Well, the Prepare to Die edition itself is kind of a new idea. Because we wanted to include Slaanhatten, we want combo pack, and obviously we've rolled with Valmod this time as well. So
Yep.
it's the modded version of the mods that we've kind of thrown together, our little spin, how we want our server to be, and just kind of the things they all pick the stuff that's going on there. So we'll start off with Slaanhatten in the centre.
Yeah.
Similar to how people who've been on the server before would expect it, where the main focus is to not force people to stay in the middle, but definitely have those strings that tie people, you know, the reasons to want to keep coming back and engage. And the map, the way that it's set up now, we're on a 15,000 radius, I think, 12, 15. It's a little bit bigger than what it was before. So for those people who, you know, don't want to get in the thick and in the meat and the gritty and the, oh my god, my base is just being blown to pieces, you've got space to sort of move a bit further out and hide away.
So you don't have to live in Slaanhatten. You can kind of lurk on the outsides and then go in for the goodies and the battles.
We just don't want people to think like, oh no, you like exploring. You've got to come and stay in the middle of the map. It doesn't work like that. There's plenty going on the outside, which is what the combo pack itself's for. So we've got not all of the custom cells are in there, but there's about 3 or 4, the Walking Dead prison, the popular ones, the things that people sort of most like really. We've gone for full combo pack wilderness. McGauley's done a nice job sprucing the wilderness up. So the main meat of the combo pack is going to be in the wilderness POIs, and we've borrowed a couple of the cities out there as well. So there's still a decent reason to go out and explore. We've got the custom city blocks with the sewers, all that went in there on the wasty city on the mixer itself.
Right.
And the kind of idea is we'll have a playthrough, well, we are playing through this sort of pack as it is now on its first sort of version, and there's already things are cropping up, claim blocks.
Things are popping up. Angry people when they get their base ready.
How did you get to level 58 in 4 days? And it's like, I killed zombies and used the study desk. And, you know, that's,
I read lots of books.
We've never really played with Valmod or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's always just been custom prefab. So for everybody on the server at the minute, it's just like, what the hell's going on? And how do I get this? And why the fuck can't I make forged iron? And
yeah. Forged iron is like the holy grail. I still can't make forged iron.
I think I'm one of 2 people who can. I'm assuming Red can do it as well. Like, if you can't make fucking forged iron, you're slack. Absolutely slack.
I totally disagree. Like, I've spent so long and I can't make forged iron. So
you've really got to specialise now if you're going to be the one of the group who's going to mine the materials and make the tools and have forged iron. Then, you know, you get to spend a week trying to be that guy, and everybody else can focus on the normal stuff.
That's just it. I mean, obviously we're rocking 14.7 at the minute, but can you imagine how important you will be as a player when Alpha 15 comes out and you can set up a vendor machine saying, okay boys, you want forged iron, you best come and pay for it.
Right, it's trust issues at the minute. I mean, there's people on our server who I would trade with, but I mean, at the same time, you have the people who, if I was forced to, I might just equip myself with nothing but the item in question and sneak out there and just, you know, test the water. Are they going to hold the word?
Matty, we're talking about you, by the way. We wouldn't trade with you after you blew us both away the other night.
I'm shaking my head. I offered to trade Matty forged iron.
Did you?
Yeah, I do.
You slag.
Forged iron for casino tokens.
You'll do anything for casino tokens. You can kill him, and then you'll still sell your stuff if you give him tokens.
I'll sell you a kill on the scoreboard for casino tokens.
That's how cheap you are. Right, so, yeah, as you can see, the site hasn't changed. but we have got a few new articles probably. Don't forget, anybody who is looking for Frontrunner Tech Server Manager, because I seem to be the only person in the world who had the latest version, I am hosting it on the website. It comes with 0 warranty, and for those of you who have downloaded it, so far we've had 638 downloads, which is pretty impressive. And we've had nobody say thank you. So yeah, you're welcome for that, you ungrateful bastards. So yeah, we're just going to scroll down here, and this is actually the real map that we are currently playing on at the minute, running the latest version of Slaanhatten. So
with what's exposed there, you can get an idea for how the map itself being set up, because this version of Slaanhatten, the main difference between this one and what's available on the forums is the hub itself. Instead of sitting on 0, 0, if you want to pull it along slightly, the bottom left corner just there, that's actually 0, 0 on the map, and that on the current version on the forums that's there for you to download is in the middle of the city. And Stompy NZ got onto us about a little trick for the custom hub code about setting a size for the hub, and it would flatten a nice area out for you and blah de blah. And what it basically meant is the hub had to be set with positive coordinates. I couldn't have it go negative, basically to the south or to the west.
So I mean, people will be looking at this going, all right, I see a square of Slaanhatten here. Slaanhatten is currently here. So what does this mean? Does this mean Slaanhatten has got the potential to fill in all of this area?
Like, if the whole sort of hub size thing ends up being a permanent thing, and the hub itself stays offset from the centre the way it is on that sort of picture there, then yes, I had to future-proof and give myself a little bit more space to the sort of west side of the hub, which is why you've got, I think, about 3 city blocks worth of space on there.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the hub as well doesn't tie off nicely with the terrain. There's a lot of drops and gaps, and I have said before I'm going to fix them. And basically, I've gave myself a city blocks worth of space to sort of bring the ground back down to sort of ground level, or to bring it back up.
Yeah.
Just so that from the outside, I mean, when you've been on it yourself now quite a bit, and as you're approaching from the south, it's kind of like as you would roll onto a normal town at Diazville. The houses, they're on the street, they're there, and
they appear naturally and nicely.
And obviously, if you come in on the riverside, it's just a 30-foot drop into water.
You can kind of see it building up here. Yeah. So for those who haven't seen Slaanhatten in a little while, there's a massive southern side of the city. There's several hundred new prefabs. There's an industrial estate down here.
You stay away from there if that's on the live save. That's mine.
Yeah, that's danger zone. On our live server, I don't know. Can you see?
The exploded bridge, if that's what you're about to show.
Is that
north,
here or
north,
is that
north? You can see the popcorn.
Oh my God. So this area here was originally Clean Bridge in our live server that we're currently playing on, and we had a massive explosion triggered by
the exact words were Slaan, I've blew up the bridge, and it was just like, it's 6 blocks thick, it's solid steel and concrete, you can't have blown up the bridge. Well, you haven't blew up the bridge.
I was coming across the bridge, and I had a police cop belching acid, and I hid behind a car. He hit the car blew up, massive chain reaction, and you can actually see it from here. All those little grey parts are bits of this bridge which have blew out in all directions. I mean, you're still finding pieces over here. But
one thing that's changed for us for this particular version, and I will put all of these together and have it downloadable, so if anybody's, for whatever reason, doesn't want to get onto the server and play, download download Valmod, get a hold of the combo pack prefabs, and I'll put this pack up so that you can just download our mixer and have a blast of it yourself. Because the seeds now are, especially using this hub size thing, the city itself has never ever fit into random gen as well as what it does. So, all the water that's coming up around the hub, and some of the seeds are just crazy.
But yeah, I mean,
and there's zombies everywhere.
Yeah,
absolutely
there is
everywhere.
So as you can see, I'm just going to quickly trace around here so you guys can see. This is how big Slaanhatten currently is.
1500 by 1500, the outside road.
This is not small at all.
It's the equivalent to 94 city blocks of the vanilla sort of.
I mean, when people look at this, they go, "Oh, that's not too big." This here is a gigantic fucking football stadium.
Loaf Dog's 1-for-1 scale.
Yeah, Loaf Dog makes things in real world size. That's a real world size stadium right there. And we've got water treatment plants and loads of other stuff. But you're gonna have to get on there to have a
Yeah.
full look at the gubbins.
The hub now, it's still largely a work in progress, but it's at a stage where with this version that we've got, I'm still not sure if there's enough zombies or there's not, or there's a lot of things still up in the air, but it's more playable now than what it's ever been.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Well, the thing is, I mean, this new live server that we're playing on, it's not only new because it's 14.7, it's new because the Valmod pack just adds so much stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
shout outs to Valmod, by the way. That is some fucking seriously
Hands
impressive
down,
work.
yeah,
And
it covers absolutely everything.
the thing is as well, I mean, in terms of Valmod in Slaanhatten, it adds so much because it's kind of like you can go to this residential area and find loads of new stuff that people have never seen. Things like cans of Red Bull in the fridges.
Well, one thing that I've
like
thought
that.
of, which I don't know if you've come across yet, is to make I think it might be the remotes for the hidden door. Or some part of the hidden door, you require scrap cables. The only way I've been able to get them is by using the wrench on the fridges and the
wrenches on refrigerators. You told me that one.
Now
yeah?
the problem is though is some of the fridges, in particular the ones you can't open, they have so little hit points. You get about 3 or 4 clicks, and it's the third click that gives you the cable. Or I don't know if that's just the quality of my wrench or whatever.
That's voodoo. I think that's voodoo.
It's so you get one cable out of a fridge and you leave it on enough hit points where the next person just gets to stare at it and thinks, "Fuck, that's going to break, and I'm going to get it out."
The next person gets nothing unless they fix it.
Loot's quite abundant, but at the same time, it was intended to be the centre sort of focal war zone.
Yeah.
For a whole map for a multiplayer server. So.
I mean, it is really interesting, though, the things that Valmod bring to it. I mean, perfect example was last night. We were playing last night. I was around this area in downtown. I had got bit by a dog, but I managed to shoot it before it killed us. And I was infected. And I ran somewhere down here, which I think is like a medical place.
Yeah, that's the medical.
Didn't find any antibiotics, and I was still infected. So I ended up coming across here, and there's like a medical building somewhere over here. Still didn't get anything. And then I ended up in a hardware store, which was kind of back over here. And in order to get rid of the infection, I smashed some curtains to make kind of like a bandage, and then combined the cloth with a bottle of peroxide to make like a DIY bleaching agent to put on my skin.
Stims and caffeine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you could search medical cabinets and mirrors and stuff wherever you find them, because stims plus caffeine equals you can outrun a mini bike, which may need some tweaking, but it's quite funny in the meantime.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I mean, I suppose if you want, we could have a couple of little highlights on the city itself, because I think a Red Dragon, in between totally brutalising everybody, stopped to take a few words with us and was saying, you know, why do you live in the city, or why do you stay so close? And it's like, I've been building it for 5 months and I know it like the back of my hand, and it's just, you know, I can get from A to B, and when it comes to PvP, and I can't have a big open fort castle. I've got to be hidden in a hole somewhere, but I can scavenge really well in the city.
I'm not going to say where his base is, but it's yeah. Anyway,
it's nowhere near there. But what I was going to suggest though is, I mean, if we're talking about a few sort of key areas in the city, because the stadium for one, in Valmod, obviously we have the Merchant Express, where you can spend your casino coins. You can make, and it seems to give quality equal to sort of your level, and the prices for how rare the coins are, I would say, are pretty reasonable. So you've got to think places like the stadium, where the cursor is there, you've got the shop areas on the south side and just in front of the stadium as well. All these shops all have cash registers, and all these cash registers have tokens. All of your rubbish has that. Now,
so this is where you'll find Slaan raiding the cash registers around
here. The stadium is one of my favourite places to raid at the minute, because the other thing that's in abundance is the beverage coolers.
Of course.
So we have tweaked the respawns of loot, because someone made a little mistake thinking that the number 5 was 5 real days, and it turns out it was only 5 game days, which is about, what, 6 hours?
Yeah, 6 hours.
So it was absolutely mental. People have been hammering it for the first few days, so it's pretty crazy. But there's still a lot of loot in there, and what it means is, instead of just going back to the stadium every time, you're gonna have to look around the other places, because if you want to pan it down just along here, these 5 prefabs, also have hidden little munition box areas. If you want to go, well, the apartments, both vanilla, they have the munition boxes and stuff like that. If we go to the right of the highway, just to the north, and there's also one of these prefabs on the south side. We've got the little these. It's a little mini shopping complex, and there's 4 or 5 different styles of shop in there. But because they're all quite small and little narrow things, there's not a huge amount of loot. But you do get a couple of munition boxes. Gun safe, and a few little other things scattered around. So
don't forget, there's a strip joint down here as well.
What's left of a strip joint? There might be half of it slightly blown to fucking shit.
Strippers need cash too, you know.
But hospitals, again, there's a lot of areas where outside of just the door-to-door raiding every house, and I know some of the houses have gun safes and stuff like that, but when you look at some of the bigger prefabs, especially things like the stadium or the shopping complex and the hospitals themselves, they have a lot of, they've been built to look like what they would be, so you find a lot of things that you would expect to find there in abundance.
Yeah.
And what I've typically done with the zombies is basically residential areas got the least amount of attention. Most of the static entity spawners have been placed in and around the shops, on the roads, things like the bridge over the highway.
High value places.
Yeah, it's the places you're going to expect to see a lot of people as well, and you know, a little bit of a zombie horde crawling through the middle of a gun battle.
I've came across a couple of those. I got a 7-day horde the other day, all to myself, and yeah.
Right, even when there's just 2 guys on, I haven't been that guy yet. Like I've been, I never seem to get the 7-day hordes, never ever.
So yeah, just to reiterate, and thank you very much, Valmod, for the pack. It's awesome. We will be providing you with some feedback, to be honest. I don't know how many servers you run with it.
When we've actually managed to bloody digest it all, because I mean, there's still now, where the fuck do you make an auger? I've got the recipe.
I've got the recipe as well, yeah. I still haven't made one.
I've probably got the tools, I don't know. It's on one of the benches, I'm sure, but a mail order.
Or mail order one. Or mail order a chainsaw as well, yeah.
I don't know, I burnt all my tokens just testing some of the things, like what kind of sniper rifle am I going to get, and oh my god, silent sniper, so I bought a silencer, which was my last big purchase. I think I'm down to about 96, and you know, trading forged iron though for casino tokens.
Just ignore him, he's a casino token slag. So, like I say, everybody's invited to play on the server. The server is live, come on in. It is PvP. You do not need the Valmod pack, but weird shit will happen if you don't have it. So download it.
It's not just that. If you try and connect without the Valmod pack on, you might not get your class selection things at the beginning. That might be
so pro tips for you. Download the Valmod pack here. I've provided a link to it. The server address is here. You can type that straight into the server browser on 7 days, or you can just find us in the modded section. Port 26900. We do have a Mumble server as well, if you want to come on and chat with us in real time.
You're not allowed to come on to Mumble to complain that someone's blew your base up.
Yeah.
That's the...
Are you listening, Evangelion? Are you listening? So, yeah. We are running the server with anti-hacker stuff using the CBSM and the remnants of Front Runner Tech Server Manager.
Should we maybe have a mention about the PvP aspects though, because obviously we did have an incident.
Yeah.
Where
let Mark clear some stuff up here about PvP. So what's cool and what's not?
What's PvP and what's griefing? So I would say we've always said anything goes, and we want rules just make fucking problems. People can break rules, and then people complain about people breaking rules, and it's just a whole load of shit that we don't really need. So generally speaking, it's anything goes. If in doubt, ask an admin. But the anything goes would stretch until personal gain. If you're going to rob someone's base because you want their stuff, because you think they shouldn't have their stuff, by all means break into their base and take that stuff. There's no need to fill it full of stone. There's no need to fucking piss all over the fact that you were so big and hard you logged in and robbed them when they weren't even there to defend it, and let's just blow it all up. We'll have none of that sort of stuff. But generally speaking, I mean, if you've got a grudge against someone, and this is the grey area, you know, I don't want to say to someone, you robbed me, you're not allowed to go back and just take absolute liberties on this person and trash them into the floor. We want that stuff to happen.
So there's like a fine line between griefing and PvP. So PvP, go shoot them, take their shit off their bodies, burn their clothes,
kick them to the floor, stamp on them a couple of times by all means. But you know that's.
But don't absolutely. I'll put it like this. Here's what we were chatting about just before we started this video. You want on a PvP server to be fighting against other players, don't ruin their experience to the point of where they no longer want to play.
Yeah. That's the biggest worry.
You want to give someone a good kicking, but you want them to have the attitude that they're going to come back and try to kick your ass. I mean, it was kind of like yesterday I caught Evangelion and someone else in my base.
You gotta call that a base.
It's not even.
If you're living in a prefab and you're using the nightstand to stash your gear, it's not a fucking base.
It's not even my real base. It's not my final form. But I found two people in one of the buildings that I was using until they smashed all my shit up. And I found them inside, and I killed both of them. So I took all of the items off their bodies and their clothes out of their backpacks, and I burnt them in the furnace, which was a bit harsh. But then again, in a city the size of Slaanhatten, they're not going to have much trouble finding more clothes.
Yeah, but I mean, Valmod is brutal, and sometimes, especially in the wilderness, the zombies, flaming zombies that just decide to run during the day.
I come across one of them. I come across a crawling one as well.
So I mean, we've just threw a lot of things onto the server that just make it really hard to do what you would normally have done really easily. By this point, 7 days in, 20, 30 hours playthrough, I mean, we've usually got a pretty secured base, and we're doing what Red Dragon's doing and out stalking people and causing mischief and all sorts of other things.
Yeah.
Valmod is really, I mean, even I was telling you about the concrete. You know, I've got the materials, I've got the forge, I've got forged iron, but it just takes so long. I've got it all there, but it takes so much longer to craft and to smelt down, and the whole process is, you know, it's not just cock block, it's extended as well, which is a good thing, you know.
An extended cock block.
It means for people who want to suffer and live in a hole.
I think I've got an extended cock block. Yeah.
Say no to cock blocks in 2016. Valmod, I mean, a cock block's probably a harsh word to use. It's restricting you in a way that just stops you from diving straight into steel tools, steel armor, steel fucking 600 guns.
You know what it is? I haven't even got forged iron, never mind forged steel.
If you get punished, trade people all the crap that you get for casino coins in order your guns.
Well, that's it. I'm still using.
There's a lot of
I'm
options,
not even using leather armor. I'm using animal hide armor, which is like. You just ripped it off a pig's back and you've slapped it to your leg. You haven't even tanned that yet, you know?
I didn't even have clothes on for like the first few days. I think I'm still wearing a half-damaged purple white sweater or something stupid like that I found.
So yeah, before we move on to the next topic, everyone is welcome. Bring a friend, bring as many friends as you can, and please share it on any Facebook groups or anything like that. Basically, if you think someone might dig it, invite them. Yeah. The more the merrier, and bring a shotgun because you might need one.
Be prepared to die though. I mean, I never put this much thought into the name, but it's quite deservedly the Prepare to Die edition. It's a hard game. It's a PvP server. People play hard and kill harder. So
pro tip as well that we've learned in hindsight: if you are coming on as like a small group, because on our server at the minute, I would say there's like 3, 4, maybe even 5 small clusters of players. If you're going to play like that, kind of give one of you guys a role, like get one guy to be the gunsmith, get one guy to be like the forged
iron. That's a grind all on its own.
Get one guy to be like the guy who makes all the ammo and shit like that. It's just because it's much easier if you can focus on one part and then you guys all benefit from it.
Yeah, so much of the systems are locked behind recipes as well. So I mean, having people dedicated to wasting their own perks and little things, and it'll free you up as well. You'll have more points. I mean, I was telling you about the increase your minimum max wellness.
Yeah, I still haven't done that yet.
How fucking cool would that be, not having wellness 60 for more than a couple of days?
Well, actually, to be honest, I'll say my wellness has just creeped over 100 for the first time since the game, and I was down to 70 at one point. But I managed to get back
three deaths so far.
So what we got next? So I'll tell you what. Actually, let's just jump on the server for a minute, and we'll have a quick fly around. It's kind of like
NPCs as well. I really can't wait for NPCs because it's going to mean, especially in places like Slaanhatten, little areas can start to take a bit more shape. We can set things up to make it look like NPC factions actually control and hold areas, and if that dude with the MP5 and the Mohawk is half as badass as what Mad Mole made out, then it could be quite interesting having little camps.
I think it's going to be really interesting to see how you get NPC bandits and stuff in Slaanhatten.
Yeah.
So kind of like, I wonder if you can attach bandits in a similar way that you can attach entity spawners.
I've got entity triggers of just bandits. So when you run into a prefab, instead of 15 zombies instantly teleporting around and want to eat you, can have.
But you could kind of say, all right, well,
they're not even going to have to run. They're just going to.
But you could say, like, say in a high value area, like I don't know, say up here somewhere, you could say, right, have a larger probability that there's going to be bandits in this area, or hardcore bandits maybe, and then down here, like in the slum area, you might have some, you know, you might have lots more bandits, but of lower quality ones.
Each section that the city's made up of has its own prefab trigger in the same way a normal prefab would, but obviously it's a city section is 117 by 117, so I don't know. I don't know where them zombies go when they appear. And like I was saying to you, does the biome sort of spawn limit for that particular section of the hub, and does the town sort of spawn limit? How are these things all factored in? It's a bit more.
I'm just going to quickly mention something as well. So I'm just going to get rid of our heads. As you can see, here is our server. The only reason why I don't even know why there's two, to be honest, but there should only be one.
Because one's not enough.
We do occasionally change the name, but you can always find it by first off pressing modded and then looking for Big C 90210. Or you can type the server address in here, nguk.ddns.net, and then you can connect that way as well. Yeah, there's two different ways you can connect with the server. Heads back in.
I hope someone kills you.
I'm quickly going to put DM mode on, because this is...
You're going to log in and Red Dragon's going to be sitting there in front of your fucking spawn point with his rifle just...
Alright, so I'm just going to quickly put debug mode on. I know this is a live server and stuff, but obviously I'm just showing you guys what's going on here. So...
The life of a hobo.
Let's just have a quick little flyabout, and obviously we're not going to give too much away because we want people to come on and have a look for themselves, but at least we'll be able to see what's going on. And at least for people who've never seen Slaanhatten before, I've never seen the newest part of Slaanhatten. I mean, look at this. First off, everybody, the road has a corner, which has been a long time coming. There's the industrial section down there. I'm just going to quickly...
I like the way the highway cuts through, it breaks the city up. And then obviously you've got the little... I mean, Picaro, that whole, I think, 1,400 metres the highway is now, is all being made from that one little section that Picaro made in his slum prefab.
Yeah. So Picaro, you started off a rather...
I mean, the design's been modified slightly because I've got areas where I have unsupported overhangs that just needed that little bit of extra steel, but...
Note as well, we have a fair few players online tonight, so if you want to be one of them, get yourself on. No reason why not. If you listen closely in the background, you can hear Evangelion's tears rolling down his face. So let's just jump up a little bit and we'll explore the explosion that we were talking about last night.
Oh god!
Look who that is. There is someone over there.
Yeah. Well, turn your torch off for a start, because we're going to look up to see what the fuck that is flying in the sky, and Red Dragon's going to shoot someone in the face.
Hi all. Just live streaming live server. Please don't
Flying.
Okay. So, yeah, we have actual real players on here. There's one. And there's another.
He's not going to be happy.
Yeah. I may have to blur that out. Shit. Sorry about that, whoever. But yeah. This is what happens when you live stream. You see, you don't actually you can't take into account what happens if you accidentally give away someone's base position.
So anybody familiar with Slaanhatten is probably wondering where the fuck the traffic jam went.
Yeah, the traffic jam is gone, but as is a large portion of the bridge, and yeah, I don't know if you guys can see or not what's going on, but the guys who are on the server are all. I'll just move our heads for 5 minutes. So yeah, Smurfina's kissing us. Of course we don't kill you, Big C. Yes, you will.
Yes,
you would kill me if you really wanted to.
And if you wouldn't kill him, to be honest, then you need to change that attitude because you should.
Yeah. Hello, flying man. Hello, Pogo Monkey.
Hello, Pogo. We've seen your base. We're going to see you later on.
Yeah, we'll be back to rape you later. So, yeah, this is what we were talking about with the size of the stadium. I mean, this might have just looked like one little white block on a map, but
it is fucking ginormous.
Yeah, this is pretty big. I mean, we'll just have a quick fly inside so people can see roughly what it's like.
But obviously, I mean, when you think of how, like, performance-wise with the server, because I know with the custom city blocks that I released, you know, I spent a few weeks bashing the new version. I've got this whole cool new style set up, the new pattern with the tunnels under the roads, and it was just like, yeah, this is awesome, and bam, fucking 10 frames a second in bloody a combo pack city. It just can't handle it.
Yeah.
So we've got them spawning on the Wasty City, which is basically a custom city that Macaulay made up, made out of just the ruins, the vanilla sort of stock buildings, the damaged ones, few shops and stuff like that, but it's mostly wrecked stuff. So there's not a huge amount of stuff to draw up there. But so we've managed to get the sewers in there somewhere. They haven't just been an absolute waste of time because they are pretty funky.
Cool. Well, I want to quit out of here, and before it cause any more trouble. So yeah, if you wanna be part of it, feel free to come on in. What else have we got? So yeah. Alpha 15.
I think we see NPCs is changing. Well, actually, Mad Mole's little trailer that he had made. If you can, when he done the video, he had the basic little trailer set up, the NPC trailer, and it had its own loot and stuff in there. And he was basically saying somehow if you attack him or if you attack his building or something, he's going to kick off.
But the thing is, I mean,
so we should be able to build our own versions of that. So I mean, what prison guards in a prison, or
I think the update that he put on today about the draw distance is probably going to be, for Slaanhatten anyway, it's going to probably be one of the most interesting things you'll find interesting. Because, I mean, he's turned round and... let's put our heads back on. He's turned round and he said, oh, look, I mean, the Fun Pimps have said, performance increases many times.
I feel a little bit guilty, though, because you kind of bashed them in some ways, because the prefabbers have just pushed fucking...
Oh, definitely.
Pushed it to the max. So, I mean, in a typical city block in the combo pack, you see way more block, if you've got the sewers on as well. If you can imagine the block density that it's sort of loading up, or however it does it, is huge compared to what a vanilla city would be. I mean, it looks way better, and it is way better, but it's got to come at some kind of a cost.
I know a lot of the time Mad Mole sometimes exaggerates about things like performance gains and stuff like that, but I think for him to increase the draw distance by that much and talk about the frame increases in general, so that, I mean, there's no way they would increase the draw distance by that much unless it worked. So I'm really looking forward to seeing
I'm playable
that increase.
View distance 11 works for us. It's not ideal. Slaanhatten is a bit more forgiving because yes, there's a lot of dense buildings, but it's mostly small buildings. There's a couple of, like the stadium. There's a noticeable dip, but I mean, for me, I find it's mostly playable with max settings. But I mean, typically on the last playthrough it was view distance 8 because the big, massive, dense cities with the sewers and stuff.
I find the sweet spots around 9, but I'll be interested to see how.
The thought of Red Dragon seeing me on view distance 11, unless even if he told us he's on view distance 1, I would still have it at 11 just to give us a 10 view distance worth of leeway or advantage.
Can you imagine that? I suppose sniper rifles will become into their own because you'll actually be able to see further than...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'll be able to see people in the... Mind you, the question is whether that'll be real draw distance in terms of, like, people and things like that, or whether it's just, like, terrain. But, yeah, I've got a feeling as well, when the... for Valmod's pack especially, when the economy of the main game comes out, that's going to affect the economy of Valmod. Because Valmod's kind of got its own mini economy system for like the mail order and stuff like that.
I mean, depending on you, obviously I'm assuming he's tweaked all of his loot groups and stuff like that, so he's kind of obviously sat down and put so much thought into how to price things versus how often you're going to get the coins, and I find it pretty reasonable. Yeah. If anything, it was our high loot respawn that was probably a little bit more overpowered. So I mean, we'll see how that goes within another few days. But his pricing system and how rare they are seems for what you can get, and I don't care whether you've got to wait 20 minutes or 40 minutes. If someone's going to bring you a fully working fucking sniper rifle,
you're going to wait for it.
It's got to have some kind of cost, because I mean, for someone who was going to do it the normal way, or build a sniper rifle, or try and find the sniper recipe,
the amount of labour it would take to make a sniper rifle.
But I mean, that's what I'm finding quite cool, is other than the obvious gates like the forged iron and things like that, and some of the perk restrictions. There's usually 3 or 4 ways you can approach a situation through recipes and stuff now.
Yeah.
You don't have to rely on potassium and coal to make your gunpowder. You can deconstruct the bullets in a table.
Yeah, and convert one bullet to another bullet.
Yeah.
I've seen that as well.
How cool are those little ammo crates in the munitions boxes?
Yeah. For those who don't know what we're referring to, Valmod's pack's got a really cool thing, and it's basically when you've... How many times have you opened a chest and you found, yeah, there's loads of bullets in here. Oh, shit, they're the wrong kind of bullets.
I don't have that gun.
I don't have that gun.
That one's now broke.
But, so Valmod's got a really, really clever thing, and it's an ammo pack, and you can choose what kind of ammunition it crafts into. So it just makes it a lot more relevant, and you're like, oh, yes, like I've got one.
Right, such a said, I've actually started to keep them. I've got 2 or 3 now, just sitting there, just to wait and see, because you can't make none of the specialty ammo, and the specialty ammo is substantially better in some cases. So I mean, it's just it's not necessarily a shortcut, because the 500 tokens or 300 tokens, however much it is still going to cost.
You go through a lot of ammo though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on a quest at the minute where I need to kill 100 zombies using a Magnum, and I'm going through a lot of Magnum rounds. So. People might think, oh my god, so much ammo, but it's like, no, you use it.
Yeah.
So before we shut this video down then, Slaanhatten, let's give the viewers, because people will start asking questions, where's it going next? What's going to be the next thing you build into it?
Building wise, the industrial down by the river, that area needs finished off. But I seen the catwalks in Alpha 15. Walkways.
Catwalks, like dynamic bridges that you can build. When
you look at the outside where I've got all the pipe work, I always pictured having a complex where there was a lot of walkways and a lot of different tiers and a lot of different levels. So there's quite a few empty rooms and stuff inside, and we've got the vanilla factory hanging off the side of it as well. So just to make it a bit more mazy, 3 or 4 people within the same space.
Crystal mazy.
But still quite far apart.
Section of the crystal maze.
It's like making mini little Call of Duty maps all stitched together. That's the way I kind of see it when I approach an area like that. So,
well, it was funny. I mean, myself, you, and Matty had a fight somewhere around here.
It was there.
That's
how well I know the city.
We were having a shootout, and Matty was on the roof, and I had placed a bed in I'm not going to say where it was, in a local area, because I seen him going round. And then, what was it? I spoke to you over mumbling. I was like, there's someone here. Come and help me.
I was waiting by the back door, and I stopped to fucking kill a chicken. I was there for ages as well. I turn around, and then bam, 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 fucking headshots.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
And then he killed me as well. So.
I don't even know what he pinched. Because I heard him going into the bag, but obviously you were still there. There was a lot of shit going down, so I don't think he really wanted to be caught in the doorway.
Yeah,
so
I was popping windows, wasn't I?
I did sneak back and pressed R to loot all my stuff, but because of all the clothes and stuff that I was wearing and what I'd brought back with us, just in case I didn't have any loot there, I'd so much got left in. I'm like, no, I need that and I need this. But
I died in the middle of the road, and then I respawned locally. And then I had the only thing that I'd left was a sniper rifle, because I thought to myself, if I lose this gunfight, then I'm going to come back right next to it, but with nothing.
Yeah.
So I thought, I've got a shotgun, I've got a Magnum, put the sniper rifle away. If I kill him, then I can just pick it back up. But if I die, which I did, then at least I can come back with something to try and avenge myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, it worked out.
But do you mean if you died, you didn't fucking die? I died.
I died.
Did you?
Yeah, he killed me. My body was lying in the middle of my backpack was in the middle of the road.
The horrible bastard.
Yeah, he got us both.
Aye, but I was distracted. I mean, that's
You were distracted by a chicken, so you deserve.
I was just there hunting for some food. I heard some gunshots, and next thing you know, this little Raji bursts out with a 9mm on my face. So what am I supposed to do?
Could have been worse. Could have been bigger than a 9mm. But yeah. So anyway, we're going to wrap this video up now because it's went on for a good 40 minutes. But yeah, hopefully we'll see you guys on the server. Bring some friends, spam the links round. There are certain Facebook groups which I'm sure will be.
But to be honest, anybody who's getting a bit bored with the game, just check Valmod out.
Yeah, if you've played 7 days and you think it hasn't got any more to offer, come on our server with the Valmod pack and be proven wrong. We've
got a good mix. I don't want to say the best of the combo pack. We've got our choice selections. Yeah. Because I mean, like I was saying at the beginning, we're always working around the ties to the centre of the map. The most interesting stuff's there, but you know, there's still this 15,000 radius bloody explorable zone, which is There's got to be at least 12 or 15 hubs out there, and we don't know what they are because I changed the seed just before we set the live one up. Yeah. So it's all fresh for us as well.
And one more thing as well, if you guys are actually players on the server, so if Smurfina, Evangelion, Matty, Jackie Sparrow, any of you guys watching this are watching this right now, tell us what you think. So if you think something's awesome, let us know. We'll improve. If you think something sucks, we might remove it. We might balance it a bit more.
To be honest, the Facebook group probably a good play.
Yeah, Facebook group, yeah.
Because a lot of people are actually, take part in the discussions.
I'm gonna plug the Facebook group just before we go.
Because I mean, it mostly gets used for us talking about the changes on the server, but there's no reason why anybody else couldn't come on with their own mods or their own sort of little. This is how we do our server.
Yeah, so 7 days the Diamond and prefabbing and everything else. That is our group. Come on, you're more than welcome. Join, invite a friend. We put all the updates on there. And one last thank you, actually, which is pretty much we couldn't do it without him, is thanks to Paul for donating to the project and to the server. So, Paul, we could not do it without you. And thank you very much. And yeah.
He's like my personal motivational therapist. He's always on Facebook to say, hey, how's things going?
Well, the thing is, Paul's our ideal customer because he's kind of like he
enjoys the game.
He enjoys the game. He's interested. He knows what's good. He knows what's bad. He's got some input, which is definitely worth going in.
Everybody has their own version of what they think's awesome, but I mean, it's just trying to cherry pick everything.
And look at this. Look at this. How could you not love a player like this? Happy birthday to Slaan. Because you are super creative and hardworking. It doesn't get any better than that. So,
that did actually make me day.
And these are all other kind of players. Jackie C. Sparrow is the live server offline, and she was not very happy about that. So, yeah. But anyway, guys, that's it from me and Slaan. Until next time, we shall see you in game, and we shall catch you next time.